Are you the bad guy? That's what I want to know. You can tell me. I won't tell any of the other Guardians. What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today is Friday. That means that everybody's favorite Void Face vendor is back. Here he is, hanging out in the hangar. Let's take a look at what he's got. The recommendations for this week are going to be a little bit different because we've got the DLC coming out next week. So most of my recommendations are going to be wait until we see what he's got once the DLC comes out. So let's take a look at what he's got for the Titan class, Helm of Inmost Light. He's sold this a bunch of times. I'd actually be surprised if anybody who wanted this didn't have it yet. It's got some good upgrades to it. Rain blows, increased melee attack speed. Titans like to punch, and that helps. Invigoration reduces melee cooldown each time you pick up an orb of light. That also will help you punch more. And Recklessness provides death from above and Headstrong for Fist of Havoc. So if you like being a striker, this is a pretty good helmet. I really like it. Next, let's take a look what he's got for the Hunter class. This is Young Ahamkara's Spine. I actually picked this up last week. And it's a pretty good set of gauntlets. It's cool looking, that's for sure. I find that I don't use it that much because it is oddly specific to throwing trip mine grenades. The first perk on it, though, is really good. Special Weapon Loader. Increases the reload speed of all special weapons. That applies to sniper rifles, fusion rifles, and shotguns. It really comes in handy a lot. So that makes this pair of gauntlets pretty damn good. Next up, we've got Ashes to Asset. Replenish super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade. And improve trip mine grenade. Trip mine grenades last longer when placed. I find that of limited usefulness because most of the time when I throw a trip mine grenade, I am trying to stick it to somebody or something. So the increased length of time that it is available for, or it's out there for, doesn't really help me that much unless I miss. It's a cool looking pair of gauntlets. It's kind of specific, and I don't think it really holds up against some of the better helmets and chest pieces that are available for the Hunters. Next, for the Warlock class, we've got Light Beyond Nemesis. This is actually a really good piece. We've got Snap Discharge for this, increased melee attack speed. We've got Infusion, replenishes health each time you pick up an Orb of Light. That's really good, especially if you play in a team. And speaking of your teammates, you're going to be very popular with Keeper of the Pack. You revive fallen teammates faster, and they revive you faster. Your super also spawns additional orbs for teammates. So your teammates are going to be able to revive you faster, you can revive them faster, and they're going to love getting all those extra orbs of light. So this is actually a really good helmet if you're running in a team either on the raid or on a Nightfall strike. I mean, it's a really good helmet. Next up, we've got Plan C, and I could have sworn we had Plan C last week. This is a really, really good fusion rifle. If you didn't pick it up last week, you may want to think about it this week. It's a weird week for Xur, though, because we know the DLC is coming out next week. We know we're going to be able to upgrade our exotics, so it's kind of tough to buy any this week because you know that next week you're going to buy the upgraded version. So if you buy anything this week, you got to kind of go into it knowing that you'll have to upgrade it later through Xur, which will cost you, I believe, 7,000 Zit Glimmer and an exotic shard. But this is a damn good fusion rifle. It's got hip fire on it. This weapon has bonus accuracy while firing from the hip. It's got accelerated coils, which means it charges faster, which means it fires faster. And that is one of the reasons it's so good. It's also got Plan C. Charge and equip times are very short, immediately after weapon swap. So you kind of get this like emergency close range shot off that can be really useful, especially in the Crucible. But really the reason this thing is so good is because of the accelerated coils, gives it a better charge time, and the impact is so good. It really, I mean, this thing is an absolute monster, especially in the Crucible. It's badass. So next up, we've got exotic shards. So these cost 7 strange coins. Pretty expensive, really, but when you consider that the only other way to get them is to dismantle another exotic, Doesn't seem that expensive anymore, but, you know, they're here. And you're going to need them to, to upgrade your exotics and to upgrade your old exotics to the new form of exotic, and then to finish the upgrade cycles on your exotics. Instead of using ascendant materials, you're going to use these exotic shards. Curios, I'm actually really excited about the Curios. Pulse rifle telemetry, that's great. I'm definitely going to pick up one or two of those. Hand cannon telemetry. Hand cannons have really become my favorite weapons in this game. And getting them upgraded is really important because you want to be doing as much damage with each shot as you can. So I'm going to be picking up some of those. Machine gun telemetry, of course, very useful. Then we've got the Void Drive and the Stealth Drive that will upgrade your rare Blue Sparrow to a purple Legendary Sparrow and kind of give you a cool, kind of contrail behind your Sparrow. And heavy ammo synthesis is back. That is really good. I don't know about you guys, but ever since the Iron Banner, I cannot seem to keep enough Glimmer on me. I just can't earn it fast enough. I find myself farming for Glimmer for the first time ever in this game. I'm running the Raid a lot. I'm running the Nightfall Strikes a lot. And heavy ammo synthesis is always, always useful for that. So I really like being able to buy it with strange coins. For some reason, it feels cheaper than spending about 1,000 Glimmer on it because I need a lot of it. I go through it quite often, and I really like it. No exotic engram this week, so we may have seen the last of the exotic engrams from Xur, which frankly makes me sad. I like the kind of gambling aspect of that. Motes of Light will be used for Eris in the future after the Dark Below hits. So my main recommendation is, unless you don't have a Plan C, which was on sale last week, I'm going to say wait on pretty much everything. I do like Light Beyond. Most people, I got to believe, have Helm of Inmost Light. I got to think that most people have all of this stuff except for Plan C and the exotic shards. But since the Dark Below is coming out next week, I'm really convinced that we're going to start seeing some new stuff in here. And I would recommend saving your strange coins for the new stuff next week, because that's going to be really exciting. It's going to be higher level exotic gear. You won't have to upgrade it. And I think that's going to be worth something. So I think that's going to do it this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.